Daily Devotionals for October 21st. Today's scripture reading will be 1 Samuel 2, verse 12, and then 22 through 25. Verse 12, now the sons of Eli were corrupt, and they did not know the Lord. They had no business being in the priesthood if they don't know the Lord, right? But anyhow, now verse 22. Now Eli was very old, and he heard everything his sons did to all Israel, and how they lay with the women who assembled at the door of the tabernacle of meeting. So he said to them, now he's going to confront them, why do you do such things? For I hear the evil dealings from all the people. No, my sons, for it is not a good report that I hear. You make the Lord's people transgress. Now, he's really trying to straighten his kids out, okay? I mean, these are his sons and they're priests, and he's trying to tell them what I hear is not good, and you need to stop because what you are doing, you're causing the other people to transgress. And, that's really important. Think about just in a family, if the parents are unruly, if they're drunk and doing odd things or drugs or whatever, the kids are going to see what their parents do and do the same thing, okay? So he's trying to straighten them out here, but verse 25, listen at this. If one man sins against another, God will judge him. But if a man sins against the Lord, and that's what these guys were doing, they were sinning against the Lord. They were serving in the temple and having adulterous affairs with these temple prostitutes. So what kind of example were they setting? They said, if one man sins against another, God will judge him. But if a man sins against the Lord, who will intercede for him? Nevertheless, they did not heed the voice of their father, because the Lord desired to kill them. So God had already hardened their hearts. I think, you go so far and your heart is hardened, the Lord really turns you over to a reprobate mind. That's what Scripture says. And I think that's what happened to these guys. They had plenty of opportunity to turn away from their sinful nature, and they wouldn't. Even when their dad warned them, they wouldn't. That's why I said earlier, I think that Hannah, she had a knowledge of what these two sons were like, and that's why she kept Samuel. She kept him, says she weaned him. Well, I think she was weaning him from the milk to the meat, and she needed to raise him up so that when he went there, he had a good foundation and he would not fall into the same trap of what these two older men, I don't know how old they were, but they definitely weren't children, okay? So he was not going to fall into the trap that these guys, the same sinful nature that these two men had. Okay? All right. Till next time, be blessed.